Game underway here. We're already Boston in their home strip, amber shirts, black shorts, amber socks. Aldershot in their home shirts, red shirts, blue shorts, red socks. And referee waiting just for exactly bang on 3 o'clock here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Boston United's first league game is about to get underway. We'll bring you every game this season on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. The clock has just struck 3 o'clock. The referee waiting for the final decisions. Here we go, we're underway. Boston's National League campaign is underway here at Aldershot, and they'll be shooting. If you know the ground here, there's a large covered terrace to the left of the main stand where a lot of the home fans are making the noise. That's the way Boston is shooting. Opposite us here, we're in the main stand with the press area. There is an open terrace along half, probably a quarter of the pitch, where lots of Boston United fans are, and then a small section of seats for Boston fans as well. And it's the Pilgrims that have the ball now, with Connor Teal just hooks that ball forward. It's heading forward for Mills to come across the deal, and it's the first throw in for Aldershot on the right hand side, and Mullins has come across to take it, takes it short and quickly. Boston looking to win the ball back through Langshoes, adjust to a Fab Mullins, and that's the first free kick of the game. And again it's taken quickly by the shots, and it's actually all the way back with Marcus Dewhurst, all in blue. The Aldershot goalkeeper goes long, Teal heads away. Boston United keeper Lovett is all in grey this afternoon. It's one of the discussion points, who would be the number one at the start of the campaign. After both goalkeepers played the National League Cup game, Lovett gets the nod as Grist heads away for Boston United. Richards tries to win it in midfield but couldn't quite, and then Hill does play the ball forward, but it'll be picked up by Aldershot in the defensive positions. We'll get Peter Costello's thoughts on the Aldershot shape in a few minutes. That's hard to say, I tell you. Mills clears away for Boston United, up to Lenny John Lewis, who can't win the header. It's a bit scrappy early doors here. We're into the second minute as Lancashire heads the ball forward, and now Mullins for the home side looks to bring this ball down, and then there's a ball forward for Zach Mills to come across and deal with for Boston. He's beaten to it by Gandor, and that goes out for a throw in to Aldershot, which again Mullins takes quickly. Aldershot certainly looking to get on with things as Claridge in the right back position goes back, and he's now back with the goalkeeper. So Aldershot's shape,
frantic start, shall we say, Dale? Yeah, shape. I've got 3-5-2 or 3-4-1-2. Very, very similar to Boston's. And as you said, I think they've had a free kick, they've had a couple of set pieces, but they're not knocking it in the box either. They're just trying to get and play very quickly. Very frantic start, really.
Lovett goes long for Boston towards Donnelly, who did win the flick on, but it went the other way to John Lewis, and Boston will pick it up in midfield now with Sloggett. Plays it forward towards Donnelly. Can he get on the end of this one? He's twisted and turning. Donnelly does well to try and make himself some space on the edge of the penalty area. Finds Hill on the right hand side. Hill got a toe to it, and the referee happy to play on there. Hill now with a chance to get the ball in, wins Boston a corner. Great build up play, really good play by Donnelly on the edge of the penalty area.
He looked really strong on the ball there. Low centre of gravity. It's the first time I've seen him play today. Obviously did really well there. Dylan Hill, and then Jetic as always. Chance here with a corner for Boston.
The quality of Sloggett's set pieces on Tuesday night was very notable, so hopefully he can carry on again today. Sloggett will be his first corner of the match, and to be an outswinger. You've seen the goals from Tuesday night. The first goal, which ended up being scored by Grist, the set piece from Sloggett was outstanding, so let's hope for more of the same here from Sloggett. To be a right-footed outswinger. It's headed away by Tedic. Come all the way out to Grist, who hooks that ball forward. It's a high one that'll be easily gathered in by Marcus Dewhurst. Very highly rated goalkeeper. A tyre spell at Gainsborough Trinity as well, locally for us here in Lincolnshire. Aldershot's number one. Long ball forward for Mills to deal with. A lot of arms over each other between him and the forward. And there's a ball down towards John Lewis down the left hand side. It's a really good take in towards Dylan Hill on the edge of the penalty area. Hill looks for Sloggett now into the area on the right hand side. Can he make space for a shot? He can. It's scuffed, spilled by Dewhurst, who gathers at the second attempt as Donnelly was pouncing. Really good build up play again from Boston United there. Yeah,
it's really good play by John Lewis there. He's obviously, he isn't the quickest. He's come back, he's laid a really good ball in, and Boston have had half a chance there.
Certainly was, and both forwards, we had 5 minutes already looking very lively here at the Ebb Stadium. Still Aldershot 0, Boston United 0, and whereas Aldershot have looked to take their throws very quickly. Boston just taking a little bit of the sting here as they have a throw in the right back position to be taken by Cropper, who will certainly gain some yards down the line. Donnelly couldn't win it. Richards will head the ball forward. It's headed away, but then Cropper will head forward again, and John Lewis this time on the right hand side. He's got Donnelly ahead of him. Hill offering the overlapping run, and John Lewis looks to get the ball into the penalty area. It's a dangerous ball in. It was gathered in well by Dewhurst, and he's thrown it quickly. It's been a frantic start here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Now it's with Cameron Hargreaves, who does well to shrug off Lancashire for the home side. It is still goalless as Teddick has it now in midfield. Plays it across to Theo Ridlington, the captain and the son of the manager, Tommy Ridlington, here at Aldershot. As Richards comes in and wins the ball back. Now John Lewis can't quite control that one. It's controlled by Josh Barrett, who does well to play it back, and Aldershot will start again from the back now with the number 7 Hargreaves. But Boston have won the ball back through Teal, and now it's with Donnelly on the left hand side, looks to play it in towards Hill. It's just in front of Hill, it's cleared away. Sloggett will pick it up, it hits his head, and then it will be cleared by Maxwell Mullins down the line, and Mills will come across and just put that ball into touch.
Teal done really well there, just getting in front of his man. Boston look dangerous on the break. It seems every time they go forward something, it just hasn't fallen for us, has it? I really do like John Lewis's demeanour. Looks nice and calm when he's getting the ball. He isn't panicked. He's trying to bring players into the game.
I think he's key for Boston this season, John Lewis. The experience, the physicality that he brings, and he's very effective at it, which is great. And him and Huula the other night looked good together. And Donnelly, though, with his form, has earned his start. It's a great choice the manager has got as Richards tries to win that ball in midfield. 7 minutes gone, still goalless as Mills plays that ball forward, and there's an offside there given against one of the Aldershot players, number 23 that is. I don't know if I'm saying this right. You know, you and I discuss pronunciations a lot, Peter. Number 23 for Aldershot. Is it Handor or Gandor or
Gandalf?
It's not that.
It's not that. Okay. I'll let you deal with that, Dale.
Well, you know it'll change about 10 times.
Do you know, it's been a really good start by Boston. I'm sure the management team will look calm. We had a couple of dangerous moments. Aldershot look a bit nervy actually. They're trying to play things quickly, but I think it's a little bit rushed.
Mills takes that free kick, it hits the head of John Lewis. Now it's Cropper in the penalty area, looks to try and drill it across. It came off one of the Aldershot players, and it's just one of them where if it had just fallen right, Boston were in, but now the Pilgrims have got some defending to do as Gandor has the ball. Apologies if I am saying that wrong. Mullins for the home side, seen a lot of the ball. The number 24 Maxwell Mullins early on, and Boston through pressure high have forced the home side back. But Dewhurst clears, Hargreaves tries to control it on the halfway, and Boston are harrowing again. It's Dylan Hill who is playing that just behind the front two role that we thought he would. He started at left wing back on Tuesday night. That position has gone to Lancashire with Michael Kelly not fit enough to be back in the squad yet, but it's the home side coming forward now with Ridlington. He's a long way out, plays that ball in towards Cameron Hargreaves, who's stood offside. You can imagine there's nothing more frustrating than that. Boston have a free kick.
Just going back to Dylan Hill, Dale, I know he played really well last season. He's playing a bit further forward this season. I think he just needs to add that little bit of extra quality in the final third, maybe some assists, maybe a few goals just to add to the rest of his game, because I don't like saying this for Boston fans. If he does add that, he may be able to kick on. I know Boston fans don't want to hear that, but he's a very good player. Just needs to add that little bit extra in the final third.
It is just the one goal for Dylan Hill in 87 appearances for Boston United, 88 if you include today, and that was away at Banbury, and it's a massive goal for the club in their push for promotion. One of the 5 away wins they had to win to get promoted season before last. Donnelly now for Boston United, looking to bring the ball down. Aldershot do win it back and play it long. It's headed away by Mills, and now Lancashire controls that in the left back position. Teal, it's a ball forward towards Donnelly, who's just shielded off the ball by James Claridge, the number 32, and now Aldershot play the ball forward. It's headed away by Teal, Sloggett and Widrington, the two number 6 going for it in the air. And now Donnelly looks to head it on towards John Lewis. Won the ball forward from it, hits his head. John Lewis battling away to win it back and does well. Hill now for Boston United, plays it out to the right hand side where Cropper is. Grist offering the overlapping run. Will Cropper use him? No, he uses the cross towards John Lewis, hits it in! It's a brilliant cross. It's a fantastic head from John Lewis. Aldershot 0, Boston 1. It's a lead that the Pilgrims deserve.
That was a brilliant ball by Ben Griss. Am I right? From the right side, was it?
Cropper.
Cropper,
Griss made the run.
Ben Griss made the run. What a brilliant cross. Great finish. Boston deserve that. Got a really good start to the game. Every time we go forward, we look dangerous. Aldershot look all over the place at the back. I think we've gone forward 4 or 5 times in the first 10 minutes here, and fully deserved.
Well, it's a great header from John Lewis. The movement was brilliant. The cross was perfect. It's a lovely goal for Boston United. He's looked a threat as well, hasn't he?
He has. I mean, you know, he is in front of the goal. He maybe should score, but you can easily miss those. You can glance him. He's got a full header on it. Head it where it's come back from. He looked like he was never going to miss, didn't it? He just looked calm as it's coming to him. What a great start.
Well, they've certainly carried on where they left off on Tuesday night. The second half against Leeds was outstanding, and they've carried on, Boston United. And
I think I just stood up and blocked everyone's view. Is that all right, Dale, when that went in, or is that?
Yeah,
is that okay?
I could see.
That's okay.
So that's fine.
That's fine.
To you, all that matters is me. All right. So Boston leading by a goal to 0 as Sloggett plays that ball forward. He wins it again towards John Lewis, who does so well to win the header, and it's going to fall for Dylan Hill. Plays it towards Donnelly, but there's an offside there. I think it was Donnelly or Hill that might have been offside. It's a free kick to Aldershot. We say the word frantic start, but Boston lead, and we see a lot of this high pressing. I know I talk about it a lot, but it's so effective.
Aldershot's a bit strange. Aldershot, when they're getting a free kick, they're taking the short free kick, but then they end up playing it long anyway. So I'm not quite sure what their tactic is at the moment. So usually if you take a short free kick, then you want to get it down and play, but they do that, but then after 2 passes it goes long.
It's a long ball forward, another long one from Aldershot, headed away by Lancashire. Mills will come across and head that one away. Widrington picks the ball up towards Mullins. Back to Widrington. It's a left-footed ball in that Lovett will come out and claim. And so Tommy Widrington, the Aldershot manager, in his pre-match press conference, said there'll be 2 different styles here today. Peter, I mean, first 10 minutes, you could say there has been, but I think he's probably insinuating it be the other way around.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen much football from Aldershot. Boston have looked really good on the break.
Yep.
So I'm not quite sure which styles he's talking about, but we shall see as the game goes on.
And well, Boston leading, deservedly leading by a goal to 0, and they've won the ball high up the pitch again here through Jordan Richards. Oh, and then he's adjudged to a foul. Well, the referee didn't look like he was giving a foul there.
Do you know what? He actually played on. Then the Aldershot guys pulled Jordan Richards back, and then he's actually changed his mind.
Suddenly Boston looked like they were going to be 3-on-2 there. As Aldershot play the ball long again, headed away by Mills into touch. He's winning pretty much the battle with Hedy Gander at the moment, the Boston United skipper. Certainly the threat going forward. And Aldershot win a free kick. Again, they take it quick. Down the line to Gander, up against Mills, who does really well there. Zach Mills to clear that ball into touch.
Boston are snapping into the challenges, just like the end of last season. They're not giving them time on the ball. Love to see that.
Throw into the home side. And, it's come to the number 10, Josh Barrett, looking to try and get across in again. This time Lancashire comes across and wins the ball. 14 gone. Boston leading by that goal to 0 in a ground that got very fond memories last season. Took 4 points off Aldershot last season, Boston, with late goals in both games. 1-1 draw at the Jatemans, where Hazel scored late on after Dan Mooney missed the penalty for Boston, and then here, people need reminding, Jay Rose, very late winner in a 2-1 win after the Pilgrims were 1-0 down. But different season. There's a foul by Sloggett on Hargreaves, and I think that'll certainly be the last one before a yellow. Aldershot asking for the yellow card. Referee not interested. It's a free kick. Boston have brought everybody back for this free kick. As the referee makes his marks, and it's going to be the free kick through Josh Barrett to take. Aldershot 0, Boston 1, and all the noise coming from our left here. You've got both sets of fans near the other goal, but can they get something from this ball in, headed away by Sloggett, and then the clearance completed by Richards, and Dylan Hill, if he can get a touch here, is away, and he's clattered into there by his namesake Ryan Hill, and that's going to be a yellow card. Now they're asking the question here, Peter, that Sloggett's not booked and Hill is, but Hill was away there, wasn't he? He was in acres of space.
He will, but he is 10 yards inside his own half, and I think the ball was going to go out of play. It's definitely a yellow card. It's no more than that. Yeah.
They're asking why Sloggett's wasn't, and that was. Well, that was more
totally different. I think Sloggett, to be honest, I think Sloggett got a bit of the ball as well. I think it's a I mean, he could be away and then maybe play it inside, so there may have been a goal scoring opportunity there.
That cynical,
absolutely.
On your team, it's a good yellow card, isn't it? You stopped a counter attack. Don't blame.
There were different tackles there. Yeah,
they were
absolutely.
Just Aldershot were asking the question. You could tell. But I'm with you.
But again, on the break Boston on the break there. It could have been in again. I think Aldershot are running out of ideas already.
And if you're Aldershot, just to reiterate that, you say that's a good foul, don't you? Really, you stop Hill getting away.
Well, it's one of those.
2-on-1 they would have been.
Yeah.
So, but yes, a yellow card. Anyway, Boston have got a free kick just inside their own half to be taken by Greg Sloggett. High ball towards the back post. Cropper wasn't able to get up. It's headed away, but it'll come back to Hill on the halfway line, who wants the ball to go out, and Boston will just get their shape back. The throwing is now on the right hand side on the halfway line, so Cropper will take it and gain through a few yards. He's the long throw man for Boston United this season. It's time from Barnett. Looked really good again on Tuesday night, and there's his throwing down the line towards Donnelly, who battles away to try and win a throw in line with the edge of the penalty area, and does really well there, Kieran Donnelly. And now this is a much more threatening position for a long throw.
Looks nice and aggressive, Donnelly, doesn't he? He gets his body in the way, did well there to get a throw. And just little things like that which, momentum keeps you away.
Cropper is going to take this long throw for Boston towards that 6-yard box. It's headed away by Claridge. Boston looking to try and pick this ball up again, but there's a foul by I think it might have been Sloggett or Cropper, and it stops the ball coming back in, and Aldershot have a free kick. And Coughlin Lee stood on the edge of their technical area. They'll be delighted with what they've seen so far, I'm sure, as Dewhurst goes long. Mills again reads that well and heads away, as does Lancashire. And then Hill picks it up for Boston United. Back to Sloggett. Ball down the line to Linnell John Lewis inside his own half, back to the player, and then it's a brilliant layoff to Sloggett, who now is bursting forward into the Aldershot half. Ball out to the right hand side where Cropper is. Again, Grist is going to offer the overlapping run. This time he's used by Cropper. It's Grist on that right hand side for Boston United. Plenty of time to pick his cross in. It comes towards Donnelly. Donnelly got his head to it, and then it looked like it came off the defender, and then must have come back off Donnelly. He's gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it looked like a corner. Boston are winning all the second pieces. Everything which is dropping is winning, and John Lewis is running the show at the moment. He just held that open, played a little gentle ball. It's beautiful, great. Yeah, he just looks so calm on the ball. Yeah. It's great as a midfielder when you've got him holding it up, and you know you can make a little run, and he'll basically find you.
Boston have won the ball back now, and Hill just couldn't quite get there. For a second looked like he might be in there, Dylan Hill, but again battling away, winning the ball back for Boston United. It's so hard to play against and brilliant to watch from a Boston point of view, as Cropper plays that ball in towards Donnelly, looking to try and lay it off, and does brilliantly to Hill on the right hand side. It's his cross, it's a high one. John Lewis is going to go up with Dewhurst, who completely missed the ball, but John Lewis couldn't quite get his head on it either, and then it's a foul by Cropper, and that's going to be a yellow card.
I think maybe it's one too many fouls. I'm not sure whether that's a yellow, to be honest. I think if that was done 5 minutes ago, it wouldn't have been a yellow, but there's been one or two lunges from the Boston players. But front two for Boston, really impressed so far. First time I've seen them play.
Yep.
And they look really good. They look strong on the ball. Donnelly's attitude is fantastic. Really good signs for Boston.
A couple of local scores. Games for Trinity trailing 2-0 at Warrington Rylands. Spalding trailing 1-0 at Bromsgrove early on. Lincoln City are leading 1-0 at home to Plymouth. Bayliss with the goal there for the Imps. That game's on the radio. This one online for
yes, I think it was. Yeah,
BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
Who got booked there? Was it Cropper got booked?
All long, Cropper with the yellow card
Cropper,
there for Boston United.
Yeah.
There's I think it's Stato from Aldershot, just asking Peter Costello who it was. It's the other side of the pitch. Come on.
He asked me and I asked you, Dale.
Yeah, and
that's what you're here for.
I've got Christian sat next to me, so I can always ask him. There's plenty of us that will get you an answer if needed here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. We've had 20 minutes, and it's certainly been Boston's 20 minutes, hasn't it, Peter?
I don't think Aldershot have threatened at all.
No.
I can't remember one attack, one with a bit of pressure. It's important now Boston keep playing the way they're playing and get into half-time in front.
Aldershot will win the ball back. A bit of space here for number 7 Hargreaves. Out to Gandor on the right-hand side. Now he's into the penetration, shoots on goal, and it ends up going over the crossbar. Pretty sure Lovett had it covered. He seemed to just pull his hand away, the Boston United goalkeeper, but it's certainly the best we've seen from Aldershot so far.
I think that's the first time they've picked up the loose ball, isn't it? I think it was my words of saying Aldershot have done nothing, and then literally they've broken straight away. The keeper had it covered, but yeah, not a bad break, but he's got to keep that on target.
And Rich Lovett making his league debut, one of quite a few Boston United players, 6 in fact making their league debut today. No, I've got that wrong, it's 5. As Lovett goes long, it's headed on by Cropper, and then Hill plays that ball forward towards Donnelly, right hand side of the penalty area now, brings it down, goes for goal! Oh, it's just wide! For a second there it looked like it was in the back of the net, but it goes just wide of Marcus Dewhurst's near post, and it's nearly 2-0.
I tell you what,
that was in.
Do you know, the way he's chested that down, he's just got one thing in his mind, let's just get a shot away. He's just playing like he's just playing the schoolyard, if that makes sense. He can tell he's scored goals where he's been, because that was just so natural. He's not afraid to miss the target, he's just gone for it. And from this angle, it looked like he'd gone in.
Certainly did. Mills heads away for Boston. And Mullins for the home side. Widrington plays that ball forward, headed away by Connor Teal, playing at the left centre back today, Teal. So in a week he's played all 3 of the centre half positions, Connor Teal. Such a huge signing, or signing on, I should say, Teal. In my opinion, got better and better last season. It's he who heads away again from this throw in from Mullins. Looks to take it again. They don't have a long thrower, Aldershot, which you're getting fewer and fewer teams that don't have one. Claridge with the cross, Mills, that's a great header away, but it comes out to the edge of the penalty area now. Aldershot trying to make space for a shot, and it is driven in the end, but it's quite tame. Grist put in the player Josh Barrett under pressure, and it's gathered in by Lovett.
Yeah, Josh Barrett doing quite well there. He just did a bit of a Cruyff turn and got a shot away. Zach Mills has had a really good start to the game. Thought it might have been a bit of a foul when he's headed that actually, but he looks really strong at the back at the moment. He had a really good season last year, and I think I said before on commentary, he's a real calming influence.
It certainly is, and it's the home side coming further. Just grown into the game now, the shots. Widrington plays that ball forward, and they've got a bit of space here now to the penalty area. It's a drill cross from Claridge, and Connor Tail read that really well. It's Aldershot's first corner of the game.
Yeah, this is their first spell, isn't it? The last 2 or 3 minutes, they've grown into the game a little bit. Connor Tail done really well there to block the cross. Boston just need to stay strong these next 5 minutes.
It's the first corner of the game for Aldershot. Boston leading through the now John Lewis's second goal for the club. The corner taker will be Josh Barrett. Effort on goal a minute or so ago. It's going to be an outswinger for Boston to defend. It's headed away by Grist. Comes back to Barrett, and he's going to look to try and cross. Now he finds Hargreaves. It's a low ball into that penalty area, and it took Teal and Sloggett to clear. Sloggett just smashes that ball away. It's Boston.
This is where, as a defensive unit, just keep calm. You know the other team's going to have spells in the game. Don't panic. Make it hard for them.
Barrett plays that ball in. Mills will deal with this though, and does well. Towards Donnelly with the clearance. Sloggett will head this ball on, and now John Lewis looks to try and hook that ball forward, and it needed dealing with by Nightingale, because again Donnelly there would have been in acres of space.
There's great vision again from John Lewis. He knew where he was, didn't he? And Donnelly was reading it as well. They've got a really good connection already, those two.
which is something the manager's looking for, isn't he?
Absolutely.
So you got pairs are going to connect.
Absolutely. And there's only time will tell. You can maybe see things in train, but it's not the same. You've got to wait for a match day, and the signs are great the first 20 minutes.
Lancashire to take this throw down the line towards John Lewis. Hill then flicks the ball on towards Donnelly on the edge of the area, but back to goal, looking to lay it off towards Jordan Richards. For a second there, he's going to make space to shoot, but plays the ball to the right hand side, and Cropper calmly back to Ben Grist. Boston just taking the time with this build up forward, although Cropper's ball forward was misjudged and has gone out for a throw in. Aldershot won the ball back. We'll go through the latest National League scores. And we get a break in play as Dewhurst goes long, and Teal missed the first header, but Reece Lovett has read that really well. He called for that, Mills left it, he's come out and gathered on the edge of his penalty area.
I like that. Mills is on the cover as well. When Teal's gone for the ball, Mills has gone on the cover, which you need to do at all times. Only takes one time to switch off.
Aldershot have won the ball back though. Sloggett trying to win it back for Boston. That's a ball out to this right hand side where Maxwell Mullins, who's looked the threat, has it. It's a low ball into that near post and a shot on goal from Hargreaves. He turned round Teal and drills it into the side netted. It's certainly Aldershot's best move. It's still 1-0 for Boston.
Yeah, they're getting a bit of joy down there, right, aren't they? It's all coming down this side. Boston United's left hand side. You just need to be careful, like sort of like 1v1 against Lancashire, yeah.
So latest scores in this division: Rochdale beating Altrincham in the early game 2-1 as Lovis takes this goal kick for Boston towards Sloggett. It's headed out into touch for a Boston throw-in. So latest scores: games with goals in Eastleigh 0, Gateshead 2, Scunthorpe 2, Woking 0, Southend 1, Tamworth 0, Wealdstone 1, Halifax 0. Halifax down to 10 men, and here it's Aldershot 0, Boston 1. And it's going to be a throw-in to be taken by Teal down the line towards Lancashire. He got a touch towards John Lewis, back to goal again, turning, doing really well there, using his strength. Richards, that's a clever ball forward from Richards towards Donnelly on the edge of the area. Now Donnelly turning, trying to get into the area, just outcrowded by the Aldershot defence, and it's gathered in by Aldershot. Really good ball forward from Jordan Richards, and Donnelly again looking the threat as Dewhurst goes quick with this kick, headed away by Grist, and then Widrington goes flying in there on Greg Sloggett. Boston are absolutely fuming with that tackle. It was high, it was rash, and I think it's going to be a yellow.
That is a bad challenge.
It's a red.
I was just about to say.
Theo Widrington, the captain, we're not surprised. You can hear the atmosphere here. I don't think many people are. It was rash.
It's one of those where if you looked at it again, we could have it. People say it's an orange. It can go either way. His studs are up. I think because of the force he's gone in, it's hard to see whether he actually got a bit of the ball, but his studs were high. Just with the sheer force he's gone in there, it may be a little bit harsh. When it happened in real time, I'm not surprised it's a red, but if that was a Boston play, you'd probably say it's a little bit harsh. But
I think it's one of them.
That's just the modern game now. You can't go in where you stood up like that.
And I think the modern game, studs are on show.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer. You're giving the ref that opportunity to show the red.
But I do think as he's kicking it away, Sloggett, he's got there at the same time as him, because the ball's gone off both of them, and it's gone off sideways, if that makes sense. He has got a bit of the ball at the same time.
We were only discussing last night, when we see things, you only get one look, and that makes things a bit easier. Actually, I'd love a replay now.
Do you know when you said it might be a yellow, I was thinking it could be a red, and then he gave the red.
I thought because the ref, often with reds you see them come out and do it straight away.
Yeah.
He didn't. He had a little thing, didn't he? Just for a few seconds.
Yeah.
So, big talking point. Sloggett, by the way, just receiving a bit of treatment, so he shouldn't have to go off. I lose track of this rule. He's having to go off for the 30 seconds. Aldershot manager Tommy Widrington not happy. We can see him. He's not far from us here.
I think you can see both sides of that. If you're a Boston fan and you get one of your players sent off, you're going to say that's not a red, and then you, do you know what I mean? It's one of those.
It's one of them that you can see.
It depends who's refereeing. It's one of those challenges. It literally depends who's refereeing on the day, how they see that. I personally feel it's a little bit unlucky to get a red. I feel it's a little bit unlucky to get a red there.
But you're not surprised either, and I think modern game, I think that's the key phrase here. I think it's one of them, and I'm sure we'll look at it later and go.
But also, I do think he went for the ball. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't a case if it's a premeditated thing. Yes. Right, I'm going to take the guy out here. He's got him with force.
The studs are on show.
The studs are on show.
It's one of them. It's certainly you can debate, but Aldershot are down to 10. Boston leading 1-0. They have this free kick that Mills has taken. He's got the ball back now and a chance to cross the ball towards Lancashire, heads it towards the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper's had to come out and punch under pressure from Donnelly. Dewhurst felt he was fouled, and then Lancashire has won that ball back really well. Boston, it's a great ball into the area, headed away by Aldershot. Boston really needs to take the advantage of this at the moment. They've got a man up, and Aldershot certainly annoyed and frustrated at going down to 10 men, but it's they that are coming forward at the moment. We've had half an hour, and it's been an excellent 30 minutes, hasn't it? It's been really entertaining. Claridge now for the home side, plays that ball into the 6-yard box. Mills has got some defending to do. Gander plays that ball across. He did really well there, the centre forward, but there was no one attacking it for Aldershot. Boston managed to clear. They've taken the throw in quickly, and they'll come back to Mullins on the right hand side, pulls it back to Claridge. Boston just looking to get their shape together as Claridge plays that ball down the line. Teal just for a second there switched off, and they've managed to find a bit of space. It's with Mullins, but Teals comes across and recovers really well there for Boston United. Wins the ball, then Lancashire goes to clear. It's charged down by the number 10 Josh Barrett, and it's a goal kick to Boston United.
Isn't it amazing? As soon as they get a player sent off, Aldershot players seem to be find an extra yard. Just on that attack there when I think Zach Mills is a little bit too deep.
Just seen a screenshot here of the red card from Christian, who sat next to us.
Just see if he got the ball. Kind of got there at the same time. Yeah, he is high. They've got there at the same time.
I think there's an argument for both, like you say. Skegness Town are leading Lincoln United 1-0 in the local score there. As Boston United are also leading 1-0 at the moment, as John Lewis on the halfway line brings the ball down. Just can't quite get it under control and kicks it against. And Aldershot are probably struggling to deal with the physical side of Boston, aren't they?
Yeah, I think teams last season to the last third of last season, that's why Boston got out of trouble. They're so difficult to play against. I just think it's important now to Boston just to calm it down a little bit and try and play a little bit more, because they've got an extra man.
Yep.
Again, that's something we're not used to with regards. It's usually very quick, but get the ball to the front, guys.
And they've got
make it stick. Absolutely. So we've got to be careful. You just can't keep playing the same way 100 mile an hour. You've got the extra man now. You don't have to play 100 mile all the time. You've got two forwards who are holding the ball up really well. Get it into those guys. Get a bit of link-up play, and make that extra man count.
And it's key looking at the Boston team as they're certainly winding things down to take this throw in. And again, it takes the sting out of Aldershot, which all teams do. There's certainly a lot of experience on this pitch for Boston United, which I think could be key as the game goes on. Teal plays that throw down the line to Lancashire, back to Connor Teal, plays it down the line towards Donnelly, who does so well to win that header onto John Lewis on that left hand side, and it hits his ball into Lancashire. On the edge of the area, he falls over Lancashire, but they've still got the ball. Boston down that left hand side by the corner flag with Dylan Hill. Back to John Lewis, plays the ball in towards Lancashire. It's just overhit from John Lewis, and it will be cleared by the Aldershot defence, but that's a poor clearance, and Hill wins it back for Boston, gets the cross into there, it's headed away, and Aldershot through Teddick do get it clear, but Boston have won it back again in an attacking position. Hill left hand side of the penalty area, it's his cross towards the near post, gathered in by Dewhurst.
I think you could just see that passage of play there. Just relax on the ball a little more. You don't have to knock it in as soon as the first chance you get. Make that extra man count. Just have an extra pass.
One ball forward from Dewhurst, one back by Mills for Boston United. Another ball forward from Aldershot that Mills does well to win, and then Jordan Richards hooks that ball forward. It's an awkward bounce to deal with Mearholes, but it gets the ball back to Dewhurst, very calm under pressure, back to Mearholes. His ball is a long one now towards their main threat, Hedy Gandor. He's running towards that penalty area again, down the left hand side. Gandor looks to pull it back. Boston have got plenty of men back, and then there's a player down there, claims for a penalty from Aldershot. Boston bring the ball away, and Donnelly's offside.
Was he offside? I thought he was in his own half. He looked.
He was coming back from the opposition half.
He shouldn't be offside there. He needs to get back in his own half quickly there.
pre-match, the manager was asked about Donnelly's, the big talking point, obviously getting his start, and he said he's still got a lot to learn. And
right.
I think an example of that.
Yeah, he's just obviously ball watching.
Yeah. But anyway, it's the home side that are coming forward now with Claridge. Plays that ball forward towards Andrews, offside. Well, I think Aldershot, and you can hear it in the crowd, are feeling very hard done to, I think, during this game, and you can see their point in some ways with that red card. It's one of them that I think we could debate it for hours and not quite sure what the answer is, but
yeah, I think it's really important. Boston, they've got 3 at the back there, and Gandor just got in between the 2 of them there. I think it's very important that one of them picks him up and one of them drops off.
And he's been the threat, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think sometimes you think, oh, it's 3 against 1, it's okay, but you've got to switch on.
Lovett goes along with the kick. Lancashire did win the header. It comes off an Aldershot man, and goes out for a throw, which Lancashire will take in front of the away dugout. Back to Greg Sloggett for Boston United. To Lancashire on that left hand side. Boston still looking a threat every time they come forward as Richards plays that ball across to Griss now, making himself a bit of space. I think he might have thought about a shot, but he's still going down the right hand side. He gets the cross, it towards Donnelly. It's a great effort towards goal on the volley with his right foot, goes over the crossbar. Great movement.
It's great there, Boston. They basically switch play, just 2 easy passes, but they've used the extra man. It's just a nice, calm move, nothing special, and they've got a cross in. They've got a chance that they need to keep doing. They need to be calm on the ball now. It's sometimes difficult to play against 10 men, but I'm sure the manager will be telling them at half time, move the ball, move the ball.
Dewhurst with this goal kick, which Taylor will come across and win. Donnelly battling away there, playing the ball out. Taylor's still down, just hobbling back to his feet now. Connor Taylor will keep an eye on that one. I imagine he'll want a bit of treatment when the ball next goes out of play, but he's got himself into position now as Boston have got some defending to do, and Hill nearly wins the ball back there for them. Claridge, Richards wins the ball. I think Taylor's asking them to kick the ball out so he can receive some treatment.
Yeah, he's gone up for a header, and I think his ankle's turned over as he's fallen.
Now, it's also an interesting one. He's asked Lancashire to kick that ball out. The way he kicked that ball out, are Aldershot going to give it back? That's an interesting one. Taylor's in a bit of pain here. We hope he's okay. It was that last header that he went up for.
Yeah, he's just fallen. I think it's the ligaments. He's landed Orcas right in front of us. As soon as he's landed, he's felt it.
And locally, it's Wellingborough 0, Bourne 1. It's the start of the FA Cup for the likes of Bourne Town, Boston Town this afternoon. Boston entering the 4th qualifying round in the FA Cup. This is, I don't even know what round it is today. It's one of the preliminaries. Connor Till receives a bit of treatment, and certainly they don't want to be adding any more injuries to this. I think it's 6 out today with injuries of varying seriousness. Connor Till, and I don't know if he's going to be able to carry on. And looking at the bench, not quite sure who they'd use to come in as the centre half, but I think Lancashire could certainly go in at centre half, and then you'd have maybe Rocco Coyle or Dylan Hill at left wing back, but we'll find out. I think he's going to carry on. There isn't a sign of a sub getting ready. Boston leading 1-0. Aldershot are not seeing this as a deliberate giving the ball. They're going to look to keep the ball. Boston wants it back. Mullins, I don't think sure what to do, but they choose to keep the ball. It was, to be fair, it's quite confusing whether it had been kicked out or not deliberately.
Yeah.
And so Aldershot carry on. Taylor's ready to come back on, but he has to be off for the 30 seconds. As the ball forward is headed away by Cropper, and then picked up by Donnelly, deep inside his own half. Donnelly, and did well to hold the ball there. He was just falling over, and his ball forward has been won back by Aldershot, and then pressure from Sloggett wins Boston United to throw him on the halfway line, and Connor Tail is okay to come back on. And a few boos from the home support.
You know, I think it's really good signs for Boston that both forwards can hold the ball up, especially away from home.
Yep.
So you're not relying just on one ball over the top, you're just relying on pace. You've got 2 guys who are comfortable receiving the ball. which can get your team up the pitch.
Back underway, and it's Boston United coming forward again, right hand side with Dylan Hill. It's a low ball in that takes a deflection, and Boston United have just their second corner of the match with, into the 40th minute. Boston lead 1-0. The Tuesday night certainly looks a threat from corners. Boston United can slog it. It'll be another outswinger in front of them. Boston United fans.
Boston need to be careful on the first one. They all went in. The ball came to the penalty spot, and there was nobody there. So you need someone hanging out in case it's not put in properly.
Saw some very creative set pieces on Tuesday night. This time Slog it, looking to bring it to the edge of the area where Mills picks it up, and it'll go back to Slog, who's got a better angle for a cross now. And that's exactly what he does. In towards Donnelly at the near post, who got his foot to it. Defender got in the way. It's a really good piece of defending that. Boston have a corner.
So little chances, about 2 or 3 chances at that near post, hasn't they? We've just got a deflection. Good defending from Aldershot. They've got in the way. It's another corner. I don't know if Boston are trying this deliberately to aim for the penalty spot. It's like everyone ran in again, and he pulled it behind him.
Well, this time John Lewis has come short, plays the 1-2 with Sloggett, who again gets a better angle for the cross. It's a really good header away. Richardson just prods that ball back in. Donnelly, can Boston get a shot away? There's a shout of handball from Lionel John Lewis. Aldershot have got a player down in the penalty area in James Claridge.
Yeah, I couldn't see a handball from here.
No, there's
obviously something. Yeah, it was
asking the linesman.
Absolutely. Jordan Richards did well again at the edge of the box. Just those little things. He got the ball and it creates pressure. There could have been a penalty if Jordan Richards loses that ball and they're on the attack. It's just those little things which count. Very impressed with him every time I see him play.
Well, Boston United leading by that goal to nil. Lionel John Lewis on 10 minutes, heading in a cross from Cropper. And as we look to see the half hour here, Boston United playing against 10 men. As the looks like Claridge is going to be okay. Boston back in action Tuesday night. Commentary again for you from BBC Radio Lincolnshire against Halifax. Michael Horton, Paul Hurst, your commentary team for that one, before we have Christian back alongside Rob Makepeace at Eastleigh next Saturday. These short distance Saturdays for Boston United fans, or not. Eastleigh, and then it's Truro, isn't it, the Saturday after? But Eastleigh by the seaside in the summer, as Teal has it now for Boston United. Plays it to Lancashire, gets it back, then Teal plays it down the line towards Dylan Hill, who just won't be able to quite keep that ball in.
Just think important, Boston at the left back area. They could have played it to the right back there. There's 2 or 3 spare. They just need to keep the ball there. They're rushing it. It's important. I think we just get into half time now, 1-0 up. Manager can tweak it a little bit, and hopefully saying we need to keep the ball, just relax on it a little bit more, because we do look dangerous going forward.
Aldershot have a throw in their right back position, but Lancashire stops it going far. Donnelly battling away and winning a throw in for Boston United, and Cropper's going to come across to the left hand side to take a long one. First time he's had one from this side. Certainly in a good position here, in line with the penalty area. It's gains with Trinity's pulled one back at Warrington Rylands. Here, Boston still lead by that goal to nil. It's going to be Cropper with this throw. Can they get themselves a second just before half time? Sloggett offering the short one. The referee, not quite sure what he's doing, but he hasn't actually allowed the throw to be taken yet. He's just had a word with the fourth official, who's now talking to one of the supervisors. Meanwhile, it's a throw into Boston to be taken by Cropper. It's a great ball in. It's a scramble, and in the end Aldershot clear. It's a great throw from Cropper. The ball forward is well intercepted there by Jordan Richards. Otherwise Aldershot looked like the mark.
I think everyone sighed at the same time as I did there. Jordan Richards has done really well, actually, hasn't he?
Really, was so calm.
He was, yeah. I could see that bouncing over his foot, but he did very well.
Marcus Dewhurst for Aldershot. His kick forward, headed away by Grist for Boston United. Hill looks to try and flick it on in midfield. Near battle to try and win the second ball, but he's prodded forward by the home side. Mills heads away for Boston United, as does Jordan Richards. John Lewis tried to bring it down, it came off his knee. It's another high ball forward this time for Aldershot. Gandor and Mills all over each other, but Mills now needs to very calmly there cleared. He looked like he was going to head it back and then did a 360 turn and cleared under pressure from Gandor. Great play from the Boston United skipper. We're into the last minute of the first half here as we wait to see how much stoppage time there will be. Boston leading by that goal to nil as Dewhurst in goal for Aldershot has the ball and looks to go long. It's headed away by Grist. Aldershot do pick the ball up in midfield now. They have it with Josh Barrett. So looking for options, and one of them will be the number 24, Maxwell Mullins, who's been the threat on that right-hand side. Plays it inside, and the ball ends up with Barrett. Aldershot looking to try and get themselves level before half-time. Tetic plays a 1-2 with Barrett for Tetic, edge of the area under a bit of pressure from Lancashire. Plays that towards Hill for Aldershot. He pulls it back to Claridge. Boston looking to see the half out. It's now on the other side of the pitch with the number 14, Mearholes. Boston still pressing, and now the ball, and that's brilliant from Boston. It's all the way back with Marcus Dewhurst in the Aldershot goal. So they'll have to start again. We have got 6 minutes added on here for stoppages. 6 minutes added on. It's certainly been a hectic half, but 6 minutes still feels quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think there was a bit for the red card as well, wasn't there? I think that took us about 2 or 3 minutes for him to go off. Boston did really well there. Aldershot had a bit of possession around the box, held their line well, closed the gaps, and he eventually had to go back. That's it, just remain calm. It does happen in a game where you have to defend for a couple of minutes. Don't panic.
Having to defend again now as Aldershot coming forward. It's Tetek, plays the ball towards Gandor, but again Mills, Zach Mills against Paddy Gandor has been outstanding, hasn't he, in this first?
It's been a good battle between the pair, hasn't it?
It's been a great battle, and I think Gandor's got the better of him when he had that into the side netting.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
it's his starting position, Dale. His starting position is spot on, absolutely, 100%. I say when the games go on, if you look away from the ball and the ball goes for why does it go to Zach Mills? Because he's reading it.
John Lewis picks it up for Boston United, but it's cleared away. Lancashire then heads it on towards John Lewis, who he's clattered into there. He did so well to get there, John Lewis, and then he's kind of winded there by the Aldershot man. Free kick to Boston. Great play by John Lewis. Yet again.
There is a coming together, but that for me is a yellow card. Now sometimes you get away with it because you've give yourself a knock. He's literally taken John Lewis out there. He's hurt himself in the process, and I hope he's alright, because it might be he's up. Yeah, I thought it might have been a bit of a head injury, but it's not. I'll be surprised that's not a yellow card.
We'll find out. John Lewis.
Maybe he's going to wait until he stands up, but
we had this situation the other night. John Lewis won't want the physio to come on because he won't want to go off. Referee's telling the physio's actually on the pitch already. He's talking to Cropper, but he's nearer the dugout than the John Lewis, and now he's not actually going to John Lewis. But again, this happened the other night. John Lewis is going to have to go off the pitch for 30 seconds, and they're in a good position here, Boston, attackively, and I think he's there saying to the ref, well, I've not actually received any treatment.
I've got no idea what's going on.
But so John Lewis is having to go off for 30 seconds.
So John Lewis has been taken out. It should have been a yellow and it isn't, but he's now got to go off the pitch for 30 seconds.
The Aldershot man, I can't quite see which one it is, he's off the pitch as well. So it's 9 against 10. I'm not very good with yards, Peter. What we're saying here, about 30?
Yeah.
For Slog, it's central, but it looks like he's going to look to go to the back post, where Boston have got men forward. Can they add a second before half time? We've still got 3 minutes, plus maybe even a little bit more now.
Have a dig. Why not?
Time. We know his set piece delivery.
I'd have a shot here because I think it's too central really to get a decent cross in. I think I'd have a go here.
There's a big gap to the goalkeeper's left as we look as well, isn't there? As what can Sloggy do? So one man wall. He chooses. Well, you can hear from the crowd. He's actually landed on top of the stand. It was pretty awful.
He's nearly cleared the stand, hasn't he? Do you know what? I think he's just waiting a bit of time for half time. I think he just wants to get to half time. Absolutely, yeah. Get him back on. Yeah,
it's tactical, isn't it, for him to slog it? You can see he was smiling after he did it as well. It was just awful, really. Interesting. Before the first goal on Tuesday night, Christian and myself were saying Sloggett should shoot, and he did, and it was a great cross, and they scored. I'm not going to be saying the word Sloggett should shoot ever again, I don't think. But we know he's a lot more than that, though. Greg Sloggett, excellent acquisition for the football club, and here he is winning the ball back conceding the throw right in front of us here as Aldershot look to try and get themselves back into the game as they trail 1-0. John Lewis is back on the pitch and Boston are back to their full quota. Sloggett looks to win it again, and then Lancashire sticks his head in, but it's picked up here on the edge of the penalty area and a shot towards goal from Dijon Tete. It goes wide, but it's a good effort. He's never really going to trouble the goalkeeper, and it's still 1-0. Reece Lovett, I don't think he's had a save to make, has he?
No, they've had a couple of moments where they've just played the bar and side netting, and they've actually done okay since they've gone down to 10 men actually, which is usually the case. Yeah, but again, the onus is on Boston, as we say. I think Boston are really good out of possession, you know, and and they're good on the break, but I think there's just that bit where they need to improve on, where they just keep a little bit of possession. Yeah, just calm.
As we're back underway, and Richards has played that ball forward towards Donnelly, and the defender completely missed the ball there, and Donnelly has it on the right hand side, looking to turn against James Claridge, pulls it back to Richards. Boston ball in a good position. It'll be a cross from Cropper towards Lancashire, who made a great run into the penalty area. It's headed forward by Connor Tail. Aldershot managed to clear, and then Richards just prods that ball to Cropper, who plays a long one forward. I think he mishit it, but Boston have won it back through Tail. It's another long one forward towards Donnelly, who does well to win the header, but there's no one anywhere really near him, and it goes through to Dewhurst.
Just there, Dale, he's got the ball. There's no need to knock that ball forward there. He's got loads of time on the ball. Just keep the ball. You don't have to be 100 mile an hour. You've got a man advantage.
Hill plays that ball forward towards now John Lewis on the left hand side. Surely he's offside, and he is.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm not sure. I think Graham's not, but I think there was a player in the centre of the pitch there, keeping him on. It looked like he was on to me.
We'll have the perfect view where Graham Coughlin stood.
Yeah.
You say he doesn't look very impressed, does he, with that one? But anyway, Dewhurst with this free kick. Mills will go up and win it. It's on the edge of the area now with Ryan Hill for the home side. He's been forced back by Jordan Richards. The two number 19s against each other, but Hill does well to play it across to Claridge now. He decides to shoot from distance, and that's smothered by Reece Lovett. First real save he's had to make, he does it well. Yeah,
they've had a couple of shots from that range, haven't they, where he doesn't like scoring.
We're into the 7th minute now of injury time, but there was that coming together from including John Lewis, so I think we've probably got another about 30 seconds to go. Lovett plays the ball long, and John Lewis with a really nice touch out to Donnelly on the right hand side. Boston, can they add a second before half time? No, Donnelly thought he'd gone round his man Nightingale, but he's adjudged to have fouled him. There's a free kick for Aldershot in front of the travelling Boston United fans. First of 3 consecutive Saturdays on the road for the Pilgrims. Aldershot being the closest of the 3 as well. A lot of travelling for the Boston faithful as Dewhurst goes along with the kick, and it's Grist heads it, tries to head it into touch, and then was fouled by Gandor, I should say. Sorry,
I've got you at it, haven't I?
It's you.
I've got in your head. I've got in your head.
53 minutes without saying that. Oh dear.
Got to lay that seed, Dale. Lay the seed.
Gandor, he's certainly been the threat for the home side. Love it.
He's got a wand of a right foot, hasn't he?
Are you going to be telling jokes all season? Because I'm having a word with the powers that be about this.
Okay.
Love it. I say I'm love it as in the play. I don't mean I love it what you've just said. Love it with the kick. John Lewis now brings that down, plays it towards Donnelly, who's again making a good run, and this time it's well dealt with by Mere Holes, and there goes the half-time whistle. Boston United leading through Lenny John Lewis's header in the 10th minute. The home side down to 10 men when Theo Ridlington was sent off for a tackle on Greg Sloggett, and Peter Stillo, it's been a good half for Boston.
It has, but I think Graham's going to have a few words with him in there at half-time. It has been a good start, especially the first 15 minutes. Well-deserved lead. Aldershot came into it a little bit after that. They've got a man sent off, but since the man's been sent off again, I think it's just that mindset of Boston. They're very good without the ball. They press well, they break well. It's the little bit in between. Can they keep it for 4, 5, 6 passes and move Aldershot around? And at the moment, they're not doing that. And if it becomes a little bit messy in there, they can get back in the game Aldershot. So I'm sure he's going to be telling them, have a look round it. have the extra touch. You've got the extra man. It's really important, because if you don't do that, then you're wasting your extra man.
Well, there we go. We'll be back for the second half, but at half time here it's Aldershot 0, Boston United 1. Pilgrims leading by a goal to 0, and Peter Costello is alongside myself, Del Sorry. Before we go through the team, Peter, what do you feel? We've been talking off air that we don't think Graham Coughlin's over happy. What do you feel his message will be to his team?
Well, I think that he'd been really happy up until the sending off. Boston with the dominant side, they had a couple of half chances. We were speaking about the forwards, they've done so well. John Lewis and Donnelly, they've done so well, they're holding it up well, but since the sending off, the game's not changed much, as in, Boston have not got hold of the ball. They need to just keep that ball moving and just have a relax when you get the ball. I don't think we've seen that, and I think he'd be looking at that, I'm sure, because I've seen him for the last 10 minutes. He wasn't happy the way Boston were playing that last 10 minutes of that half.
Well, we are back underway here in Aldershot. Boston leading by that goal to 0, and they've gone forward towards Lenny John Lewis. He's flick on towards Donnelly. We'll go through the Boston United team in a second, but Boston United have won themselves a throw in Cropper territory. It's he who set the goal up for John Lewis. A brilliant cross and a really good header from the Boston United front man as they bring the big men forward. Mills, Teal, Grist. There's Cropper. No, Grist choosing not to go up because Aldershot left. No, he is going up. It's Cropper. Looks to try and get it towards that 6-yard box. Shot Lewis wins the flick on it. Came off an Aldershot head and is gathered in by Dewhurst, who goes quick with this goal kick. It's a really good kick out to Josh Barrett. Pulls it back to Ryan Hill, the number 19 for Aldershot. And now Holes will play that long ball forward towards Gander up against. He's inside the penalty area now, the forward, and he goes up against Cropper and he fouls Cropper. Just for a second there you wondered which way that was going. So the Boston United team then, Mills and Donnelly are the two players to come in from Tuesday night. So it's Lovett in goal, Cropper and Lancashire as the two wing backs, with Grist, Mills and Teal as your centre halves. In midfield it's Richard, Sloggett and Hill, with Kieran Donnelly and Linnell John Lewis up front for the Pilgrims. On the bench, Bobby Jones, Rocco Coyle, Geordie Hawula, Manny Norkett, Luca Alonzi, Finley Ging and Billy Bradley. As we're back underway, Grist heads that ball forward towards John Lewis. Had two players around him, and then Richards heads that ball forward towards Donnelly, who battling away and is dispossessed. It's a long ball forward from Aldershot, which Mills clears. Richards flicks on before it's another ball forward, and this man Hadi Gandor, this time he's on the right hand side, looks to pull that ball in. There's going to be a shot on goal from Josh Barrett. He did really well to control that and fire it towards goal, and it's just over Lovett's crossbar, and it's still 1-0.
I'm just looking at Aldershot's formation. They've got, it's like 3-4-1-1 since they sent it off. They've got to be careful, Boston, because it's 1-1. It's the 10. Barrett is just dropped a little bit deeper, so the back three of Boston need to be really careful. Who's picking up who? There's basically 1-1 up there, but one's deeper, so they need to be really careful of that. And they've just linked up well and had a good chance.
Aldershot, who lost their opening game away at Altrincham, as Donnelly now for Boston United on the right hand side, looking to go past Knight. He's done really well there, Donnelly, then slips but still manages to keep the ball on the right hand side, pulling it back to Cropper, who crossed it first time, just goes over the head of Dylan, and Dylan Hill, I should say, and then there's a shot from Lancashire on the half volley that ends up in a tree behind the stand.
Really good play again from Donnelly. We keep saying it. He looks lively, he looks dangerous, he holds it up well, and he showed a little bit of pace there as well.
Well, certainly thrives on his first start. Just coming off the bench the last two games in the National League Cup. Donnelly scored in them both. He's certainly playing well. He's had a couple of half chances as well for the Pilgrims. Back underway as Mills' clearance will go out for a throw in to Aldershot. 49 minutes played here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire, and Aldershot looking to try and win themselves a throw in further down the line, but Lancashire does well there to win. Boston won. Boston back in action Tuesday night. Remember, they're going to be a game behind in terms of how many league games they've played. Well, we see what happens with Morecambe next week, but they play Halifax Tuesday night. Michael Horton will be your commentator that night, with former Pilgrim manager Paul Hurst. Boston coming forward themselves now down the left hand side. Lancashire further as far, but they've played on. It's Hill with the cross, couldn't quite get to Donnelly, it was headed away Now Barrett, who's looking to be the main support, but he's given the ball away. Now Grist has made himself a bit of space to run into. Plays it out to Donnelly on the right hand side of the penalty area. Donnelly coming inside, trying to make himself a bit of space, but he was dispossessed. Aldershot clear, and Gandor holds that up well on the halfway line, looking to bring extra players in. Boston trying to win the ball high up the pitch, and that's what they've done through pressure from Hill, and then John Lewis wins it, plays it across to Greg Sloggett. Boston United number 6 to Richards inside the centre circle. Now Grist out to Cropper on the right hand side, dinks the ball in. Hill couldn't get there, didn't quite reach Donnelly, but Jordan Richards lets it bounce before tries to head the ball forward, and in the end it's Aldershot that win it back through Nightingale, and it's they that are going to try and come forward, but Boston will win the ball back through Teal. Sloggett now for the Pilgrims. Richards again in that centre circle, middle of the park, across to Ben Grist now for Boston United, one of the scorers on Tuesday night. Back to Cropper. Richards plays that ball forward towards John Lewis. That's well won back by Aldershot. Boston win it back, and that's hooked forward by Lancashire. One for Grist to chase, but it looks like it's overhit and will go out for a goal kick.
A couple of instances already. We're basically crossing the ball without looking. We're rushing things a little bit. You don't need to be 100 mile an hour when you've got 11 men. Just move the ball quickly. Just a little bit more composure Boston need.
The shot having the ball at the back, and it's Jed Mearholes plays it across to Will Nightingale. Two of the three, the third one is Claridge. It's his ball forward. Boston looking to try and win the ball back through Hill, but it's now back with Nightingale, the centre half, the middle of the three, across to Mearholes, who's the left of the back three for the home side. It's his ball down the line, looking for the run of Gandor. Cross goes Grist, and that's gone out for a throw in to the home side near the corner flag, taken quickly to Tedek. Boston keep on that side, right footer, but chooses not to cross. Aldershot looking to take Cropper on. Cropper's done really well to just stop, then he back heels it, but he don't go out of play. Hill tries to take Cropper on again. Cropper wins it off him again, stops the ball going out for a corner, does he? Yes, he does. The home stand behind the goal felt it was a corner. Referee not interested. Mearholes now is pushed on here for the shots. Boston leading 1-0. Mearholes has it again. Ryan Hill, just a bit of passing play down the Boston right, and Boston keeping the shape. It's now all the way back with the centre half Nightingale. Now they're going to look to try and go down the other side with Claridge, who's got a bit of space to run into. Again, Boston high pressing, trying to win the ball back. Hargreaves with a long ball forward. Lovett has come quite a way to grab this and does really well there. He was under a bit of pressure, Lovett. He decided early he was going to get it and did well in the end.
Looks like Aldershot, the pressure's come off them, isn't it? You go down to 10 men, you're not expected to win. Sometimes that helps you as mentally, because you're not expected to go and win the game. You can just relax a little bit. It looks like they're just playing relaxed at the moment.
Leno John Lewis just to have fouled Ryan Hill there, pushing the back, and we're back underway again. Certainly not as hectic as the first half here, but then Boston have just gone and won the ball back, and it's Dylan Hill. They've got men forward here. Hill in towards John Lewis, into the penalty area. Lenny John Lewis, great finish from Lewis. 2-0 to Lincoln. 2-0 to Boston United. The former Lincoln man firing in. That is a brilliant finish, and Leno John Lewis has been outstanding, and it's 2-0.
I think the two best players there have just linked up, Dylan Hill and John Lewis. Dylan Hill wins the ball back, just lays it in nice and calmly, and do you know what? He's never going to miss. He knew before it got to him, he was going to take it with his right foot onto his left and finish it. You could see it in his mind. You sometimes see players, as it's coming to him, he knows it's going to come into his right foot. He's going to take one touch, which takes it away from the defender because he was on his right shoulder. Calmly slots it in to the keeper's left, bottom corner. I just felt he was never going to miss.
Exactly, and I apologise. I've been talking about Leno John Lewis all week and his time at Lincoln, and commentator messed up big time there.
I think he was thinking about my Lincoln career as well. When
we've been talking about your Lincoln career, but it's just I apologise, listeners. That is just and then anyway, so 2-0. More importantly, Boston are leading by 2-0, and it's Aldershot that are coming forward now. Ryan Hill makes himself a bit of space to shoot, but it's blocked, and Boston clear. And you're absolutely right, Peter. You just knew he was going to score, didn't you? And said this about Donnelly on Tuesday night.
just what was really good about it, as it's coming to him, he knows the defender's on his right shoulder, so he knows his first touch has to go away from the defenders to bring it onto his left foot. And it's all in a split second, but you can see he's thinking that. He's saying, right, defender's there, I need to take it away from him, onto my left, and then I'm going to have a finish.
Well, I know John Lewis. What a signing. I said, I've spoken to you pre-match, I feel he's going to be key this season. Proving that point early on. All over the top from Aldershot. Cropper heads away, and well, I felt the second goal was needed by Boston. They've got it, and now they're going to look that threat, aren't they, on the break. So Aldershot are really going to have to push men forward. As Teddick has it for Aldershot. Now's a chance here for Gander up against Lovett. He scored. Slots it past the Boston United goalkeeper. Aldershot back into the game straight away. Aldershot 1, Boston 2.
It's a great ball through to him. It's a great finish as well. Boston players are asking for offside. It's too far from here to see if he was offside, but it was in acres of space. And we said earlier, didn't we, about 5 minutes ago, they're playing 1-1 up front. You need to be able to pick your man up. It's not comfortable. You just got one guy up there, and he's literally in 10 yards of space.
Well, he's been the threat for the shots, and it's a lovely finish as well. And well, where's this game going? Boston are coming forward again now with Donnelly on that right hand side. He's into the area. He's trying to make himself a bit of space to shoot here. Donnelly, and does, kills it wide.
Did so well there, Donnelly. He beat a couple of men. Just couldn't wrap his left foot round it. It's just gone past the post. Still looks really lively. Boston's front two have been outstanding today.
They certainly have, and well,
I'm sure Graham's fuming with that. You go 2-0. I can just see him now. He's actually shaking his head. He just can't believe what he's just seen. You're 2-0 up, and within 40 seconds, something like a minute.
It's not long, is it? Straight away, basically back into the game, and it's become a completely different game again. There's a ball over the top from Hill. Now Donnelly, he's through on goal on the left hand side. Donnelly just hits his knee. Couldn't quite get it under control, and Dewhurst gathers in.
There's a little bit of luck because the defenders just pulled him back a little bit, but not enough to take him down. So he's just altered his stride, if you know what I mean. It's just hit his knee. The defender's got away with one there. He's just pulled him back, but he just let go at the right time.
You know, if he controlled that, he'd have scored as well. He's unlucky, very unlucky, like you say. Well, I was saying to you at half time, no idea how this game's going to end up. And it's 2-1 to Boston. Pilgrims looking a threat every time they come forward. And can they add that third goal? As Mills has the ball for the Pilgrims, plays that ball forward, and it's just sliced away from Claridge over the stand. Opposite was a stand that Peter Costello and I ended up in earlier today. We went to the
I think it was you who took me there, Dale, wasn't it?
It was. Anyway, Boston United have a throw in which Lancashire is going to take into Sloggett. Hill now for the Pilgrims on the left hand side, looking to make himself a bit of space. Back to Sloggett, cross to Grist, and now it's with Cropper. Back to Grist. It's a ball in that first time cross it's dealt with, but Cropper then will try and head it forward. Didn't quite connect with it, Cropper, and it's dealt with by the Aldershot defence. Mills will come across now for Boston United, plays it to Sloggett, gives it back to Mills, and now gives it to Connor Teal, who's got a bit of space to run into. His ball down to Donnelly, and now Lancashire making a run towards penalty area, towards Dillon. Hill on the edge of the area, shoots, and it goes over the crossbar.
Much better play from Boston. He started from the back. Zach Mills played a little 1-2, gave it to the left back, played it down the side. Dylan Hill gets a shot away. That's what we need to do. Remain calm. They've had one aberration with the goal. And there wasn't really any build-up for the goal, was there? He kind of broke down. It was just one good pass, which seems to have split the whole defence, and there was nobody within 10-15 yards on him.
So Dewhurst with this goal kick. Boston leading by 2-1 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. We've had just under an hour, so plenty of time left for More action here as Teddick has it, goes past Hill down the left hand side, plays it brilliantly, intercepted by Jordan Richards for Boston United. Not many options in front of him, Richards. He plays that ball through to Donnelly. I think he managed to stay on side, and then Dewhurst takes far too many touches under pressure from Donnelly, but he does clear it. Cropper brings it down for Boston United into Jordan Richards, back to Sloggett. Richards plays it across to Taylor, has to boot it under a bit of pressure. Long ball forward. John Lewis is looking to press, and again there's been a judge to have been fouled. Referee's telling him he's got his eyes on him. Free kick to Aldershot.
Can't say anything wrong with that. 50-50 challenge in the air. I've no idea why the referees give a free kick against him there.
Well, Lincoln City leading their game 2-0 against Plymouth. Boston leading this one 2-1 against Aldershot. It's the shots that are coming forward with Teddick. He's got number 14 Meerholz as an option. It's he who plays the ball forward, but that'll be dealt with and gathered in by Reese Lovett. And picks the ball up. Only 8 seconds, remember, to get rid of it this season. Rolls it out to Connor Teal and brings the ball forward. Boston looking to try and add a third. Remember, they're playing against 10 men. Theo Ridgington sent off for the home side in the first half, on the half an hour. And Grist for Boston coming forward, finds Cropper, who hits that ball forward, and it goes out for a throw in to Aldershot, which Ryan Hill that is takes. It's back with Marcus Dewhurst. His ball forward is going to be won back by Sloggett, dinks it forward towards Donnelly. The ball forward, goes into the area. It's Donnelly. Oh, it's a great tackle. Really good defending from James Claridge. It just looked like he was about to shoot. The Aldershot man wins the ball back well. Boston still coming forward though. Hill finds Cropper. Back to Hill. Back to Cropper on this right hand side. Now Grist. Boston patient play. Working it well before Cropper goes to cross it towards that back post. Dewhurst comes out and punches it under pressure from Donnell John Lewis. And Lancashire does really well there to stop a quick breakaway from Maxwell Mullins. But yeah, just for a second there it looked like
he did really well, didn't he? He turned him, used his body really well, just got it caught under his feet, didn't he? Again, a little bit unlucky, but he's really good when it comes into his feet. He's turned, he's used his body really well. He's nice, he's strong for a small guy as well, isn't he?
Yes.
He really uses his body well. But he does need to do better, to be fair. He has got away, and his next touch just got caught under his feet, which gives the defender a chance to get that sliding tackle in.
Boston United have they're giving away a free kick, I should say, inside the Aldershot half. And we've got some changes coming here then. So, Linnell John Lewis, who's been outstanding. We've had 63 gone, and he'll be replaced by Manny Norkett. Just a final word on John Lewis.
Outstanding. First time I've seen him. All-round game was really good. Link-up play, great. Looking for his mate up front. 2 great finishes. Brilliant performance.
Really good display from Linnell John Lewis. And the other change will be Kieran Donnelly to replace by Geordie Huwula. Just over an hour gone. It was the kind of expected changes with these front four that Boston have got. And the home side, Josh Barrett, has been replaced by Kaiwan Thomas. So again, just the other strategy one of Kieran Donnelly. Final word on him.
Yeah, really good as well. I think he's a little bit unlucky. It could have been on the score sheet. It's going to be interesting to see how these 2 new guys come up. Obviously he's using all 4 today, so I think he's chose the right 2 to begin with, hasn't he? That is for sure. They've linked up really well.
Free kick to Aldershot then. Boston changing their attack just after the hour. Boston clear that through Grist, and Richards will look to try and complete the clearance, and eventually does, and wins Boston a throw in near the away dugout where Graham Cocker and Lee Bullen is. We'll hear from one of them at the end of this match. We'll hear from one of the Boston United players, as well as more thoughts from Peter Costello. And if you don't get a chance to hear the Hope and Glory last hour on the radio, the Boston United podcast will be up later tonight with all the reaction to this game. Cropper plays that ball forward from Boston. It's cleared away, and Cropper battling away with Thomas. That's a new threat for the home side. Mills cleared for the Pilgrims up to Lulu. His first touch is with his hand, according to the referee, and it goes for a free kick to Aldershot.
It's going to be interesting how these front two settle into the game, because the two have done so well. He's obviously done it to get some fresh legs on there. But I just hope that they get hold of the ball. It's not just knocked over the top to them. We need to keep hold of the ball. You're 2-1 up. It's half an hour left. Use that extra man if you can.
Yeah, Holtz takes the free kick quickly and cleverly down the line to Ryan Hill, who had a bit of space, and he's still trying to make himself some space as Teddick plays the ball in. That's going to go out for a goal kick. It's not. It's going to be gathered in by Reece Lovett, who needs to be getting this ball out of his hands. Referee telling him when he's down to 5, which is what the referees have said they're going to do. They will shout it at the ball. Wait, the referee dictated the hand there. 5 seconds to go. Grist heads away for Boston United. Throw into Aldershot. Through the latest National League scores. Next time there's a break in play. At the moment it's the Pilgrims leading by 2-1. And Hill plays that ball forward. Grist heads away for Boston United, and that's a throw in to Aldershot, who are bringing Thomas on, have certainly got a bit more attacking, which is understandable. Gandor, their goal scorer, plays it out to Hill on the left hand side. He's going to let that ball go out for a throw in, which he takes in towards Thomas. The home side dispossessed by Mills. Thomas taking his time getting up, but the home side have still got the ball with Tedek. Plays in towards Hargreaves. We saw a lot of the ball early on. Cameron Hargreaves has been pretty quiet, especially in this second half. There's a cross in the box from Aldershot. Mills gets something on that against Thomas, and Cropper will clear, looking to try and get it to Huwulu, and it was intercepted by Mearholes. And now it's Ryan Hill again, left hand side for Aldershot. Mearholes has made an overlapping run. Jordan Richards goes across and does really well there. He kicks it against Mearholes. Boston have a goal kick.
Yeah, Boston have gone a little bit deep at the moment. I think you'd be a bit concerned about that. It's a bit too early to be going that deep. I think Jordan Cropper's got to do better when he's in possession of the ball. I know he's not probably in the side for that, but his distribution's not been great today.
Second change for the home side. Dejan Tetek is coming off. No, he isn't. I got that wrong. It's Mearholes. Who went off? Maxwell Mullins. I knew it was one of the ones before. Maxwell Mullins has gone off, and he's been replaced by Noah Watson, who announced it this morning. Watson, so it's his first appearance for Aldershot. Proper now for Boston United, gives it to Grist. His ball forward is headed away by Watson. Richards wins it in the air. Hill tries to head it on, but it's another ball forward from Aldershot that Mills reads really well and volleys clear, but it's picked up by James Claridge for the home side. Now it's with Ryan Hill, who's been a lot more involved in this second half. 68 gone, Boston leading 2-1. Aldershot looking to get themselves level. Boston were 2-0 up through the now John Lewis's brace straight after the second goal. Gandor pulled one back, and Aldershot looking for that equaliser with 22 minutes still to play. They've got it now with Watson. He plays ball forward to the number 23 Gandor, and comes all the way back to Watson. If you're just joining us, Aldershot down to 10 men as well midway through the first half. Theo Widrington was sent off for a foul on Sloggett. Richards intercepts one ball forward, but he comes back to Aldershot, and there's another ball forward that's cleared away by Grist, and then Cropper. Richards plays it on towards Dylan Hill, battling away here to try and make himself some space against Watson. Hill, and he's dispossessed. Not quite get it under control, the Boston United midfielder. Noah Watson did really well to win that back, but Hill has won the ball back for Boston, and they're going to start again now, the Pilgrims. They'd love a third, and that 2-goal cushion that they only had for about a minute. Not quite sure exactly how many seconds it was. Richards now for the Pilgrims, plenty of space in the middle of the park, gives it to Ben Grist on the right. Richards, Grist. Boston bit of possession play. Hill's the option for it. It's a poor ball by Grist, played far too heavy for Hill, and they've won it back. Ball forward, Grister's won it back. Cropper, now Jordan Richards, plays it across to Greg Sloggett, looks to turn,
Thanks, Sam.
did well. Richards and Cropper coming forward again now. Boston's got a bit of space to run into here. Cropper looks to play the ball down to Hill inside the area. Hill, excuse me, couldn't quite control it, and it's cleared away by Meerholz. Richards will look to win this play. He was fouled shortly there by Gandor, fuming with the decision, but it was a pretty obvious push, and Boston have a free kick.
There's a little bit better from Boston there, a little decent bit of possession, but it still doesn't look right. It doesn't look comfortable. It's almost they're just passing, but they're not passing with confidence. I think it's something obviously the manager's going to work on. Out of possession we look really good. When we get the ball forward quickly we look good. It's just this middle bit now where the middle three need to try and grab a hold of the game. It doesn't look natural at the moment when we've got the ball and keeping possession.
Free kick for Sloggett to take. It's too easy for the goalkeeper. No one challenging really. So there's a video of the red card up on social media, and former referee Mark Halsey has actually commented on it on one of these referee. So Christian put the video up on his Stato page. And Mark Halsey's made a comment, and he has put, did the challenge endanger the player's safety with excessive force? In his opinion, you cannot criticise referee for showing a red for this challenge. So he thought it was a red. Interesting getting a referee's view of things there.
Yeah, I get again. Yeah, if you apply the exact letters of the law, you can say obviously one watching it live, he is trying to get the ball. He got a little bit. I think it was the sheer force of how he went into the challenge.
So a couple of things to tell you. First of all, Boston United, it's Cropper is down, but I think he's going to be okay. And then he's the one actually coming off as Boston United make their third change. It's going to be Rocco Coyle, Hull City low knee, that's coming off for Cropper. Brilliant cross for that first goal, Cropper.
Yeah, I think he has got a bit tired, and I think his distribution this second half has not been great. He doesn't look comfortable when he's actually on the ball. He's give it away a few times, but he does look a bit tired again, some fresh legs. But Boston have got the extra man. It doesn't look like it at the moment, does it? Aldershot have really mentally regrouped after getting back in the game. Everyone thinks it's dead at 2-0. They get a goal back. You can see this give them a lift. This game is definitely not over.
It certainly isn't. And we also had the attendance announced, 2,595 with 237 Boston fans. Another brilliant following from Boston United. Certainly made themselves heard over on the open terrace over on the other side, which is near our tennis court that we're parked in.
VIP.
Watson now for the home side. Hargreaves, they're coming forward again. Watson, he's the sub. This is cross into the penalty area. It's won by Gandor, but couldn't do anything with it, and Boston managed to clear. And now Hiluo is going to try and make something of this. His touch was heavy, but there was a foul, I think, on Hill.
Oh, maybe he's off the ball. Has he pulled him back? He must have pulled his shirt, I think, by the looks of it.
Referee Hiluo miscontrolled the ball, but there's no advantage. So he's booked the Aldershot player, and it's Tedek.
Hiluo and Norca, they haven't gotten the game since they've come on, have they? Which is always the worry. I know that the other guys were maybe tiring a bit. It was a little bit early, but maybe they were literally struggling with maybe the fitness on the first game. But they haven't really got in the game, have they, since they've come on? They haven't held it up.
Boston have this free kick, and it's with Jordan Richards on the halfway line. Lincolnshire just going to play that ball forward towards Hiluo. Kind of bounced off him. Hill looking to win the ball back, and then Richards fouls in the middle of the park with the free kick to Aldershot. Early on they were taking everything really quick, Aldershot. They seem to be just thinking a little bit more before they take any set pieces, throw-ins, free kicks, etc. They have the ball now with Marcus Dewhurst, beaten twice by Linnell John Lewis. Dewhurst plays that ball forward, and claims of foul in the middle of the pitch there. Referee not interested, and Iwula has the ball for the Pilgrims, plays it back to Teal. Now Lancashire in the left back position, plays that ball forward. It luckily hit an Aldershot player because he would have been through there. It's with Mearholes for the home side, plays that ball down the line to the substitute Thomas, and then there's a ball forward. Mearholes making a run forward. Zach Mills diving header into touch, taking no chances. The Boston United skipper. It's a throw in to the home side. So Boston leading 2-1. We've got 15 minutes to play here, plus stoppages on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Boston's first league match of the campaign. As Hargreaves plays that ball forward, is headed away by Connor Teal. Lancashire just heads it further away into touch as the home side are preparing another sub in Tristan Abrahams. And more movement on the Boston United bench. It's Aldershot coming forward, and Hennick now has a bit of space to shoot and does, and it's straight at the goalkeeper, gathered in with ease.
Boston just look like they've lost a bit of energy at the moment, especially in the middle areas there. I think Graham's saying something, Sublinays, they're a little bit deep. He wants them to push out a little bit more, engage Aldershot there. He's basically had a free shot at the edge of the box there.
Grist heads the ball forward for Boston, as does Jordan Richards, and spit up by Teddick. His ball forward is well headed away by Connor Teal. Sloggett just pumps that ball forward for Halula to chase, and there's a bit of pressure there.
Yeah, I mean he's got to throw him from that, but there's no need for him to just knock that ball forward like that. You've got to be aware of what's around you. You can bring it down. Boston have got to get hold of the ball in the midfield. They're losing the midfield area at the moment. They won it in the first half, but in this second half maybe they're tiring a little bit. It's just like they've got possession now. Just keep it. No need to rush it.
Ball forward from Mills towards Lancashire, brings that down well on the left hand side of the penalty area. It's him with the cross towards Halula, is headed away. Sloggett tries to keep it going. Hill back to Lancashire on the left hand side, back to Craig Sloggett, now edge of the area, goes for goal, takes the deflection and ends up in the back of the net. Boston had a third. It was a shot from Sloggett, it's come off one of the Aldershot players, and Boston lead 3-1.
Yeah, it's a great strike. He's actually come off James Claridge with 32 for Aldershot. Do you know what? It's almost like a Lampard. You remember when Lampard used to strike from the edges, but how many goals did he get with the actual deflection? You've got to have a pop there. A little bit of luck. You've got to say it's a little bit of luck, but it's a great strike.
Greg Sloggett's goal, isn't it? It's on target.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He struck it well. Claridge has just got in the way of it. He took it out. The keeper's got no chance. The goals come from nowhere, wasn't it? It didn't look like Boston were getting pressure on or looking like to get that third, but who cares?
Exactly. Those last two words.
Who cares?
Oh, so 3-1, and hopefully they can keep the 2-goal lead a little bit longer. It's his first goal for the club. Greg Sloggett came in at the end of last season on loan from Hartlepool, had a massive influence as part of their great escape, and he started this season pretty well as well, and following that shot in the first half, that was much better.
Yeah.
Mills fouls. Aldershot have a free kick to be taken by Gandor, and won by Gandor, I should say. It's going to be taken by Teddick. Aldershot, to their credit, have been much better in this second half themselves, haven't they, than the first half.
They've actually done really well this half, hasn't they? Again, that goal's just come from nowhere. It's very important now, Boston, mentally. This next 5 minutes, nothing silly.
Well, it will be Teddick to take this free kick, the number 34 for Aldershot. Boston leading 3-1, and it will be Teddick with it, deep one towards the back post. The first header is one, and then a brilliant header away from Sloggett, the man who's just scored, and my goodness, he had to get something on that.
He did very well, didn't he? Aldershot are not giving up, are they? They're absolutely not giving up.
Well, here we go. Corner for Aldershot, another deep one towards that back post. Boston managed to get a head on it, and then Hill tried to complete the clearance, sliced it, but then jumps and wins a header and gets that ball further away for the Pilgrims.
Another good header there from Zach Mills. He's doing really well today at the back, as per usual.
And it's Aldershot starting again. It's a crossing the area that Mills wins the header, and then there's a shot towards goal. It was looping in the end from Meerholz. It just looked like it was going to go over, and suddenly it drops, and actually that's a really good bit of goalkeeping from Lovett to tip it over the bar.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going over, and just at the last minute it did, didn't it? Yeah, he did well, kept his eye on the ball. Comfortable save in the end, but he has done well to keep his concentration.
The corner for the home side towards that back post again. A couple of men down, there's another ball drilled in, comes off Coyle. They want a penalty, claim of handball from the home side, who are screaming at the referee.
I couldn't see that, could you?
Not from here. Player reaction's always interesting. There's a lot of them adamant that was handball.
I mean, I'm literally right behind the referee there. I couldn't see it hit his hand, but it looks like it did from the reaction. But yeah, the
shot's fourth corner this match, and it comes and heading towards goal, and it's down and wide, and that's got to go down as a chance for the substitute Thomas, who got his head towards that back post. Let off for Boston, still 3-1.
With the way it's going, I don't think it's going to end up 3-1. It could be anything. It could be 4-2, 5-2, you name it. But you've got to give credit to Aldershot. They haven't stopped, have they? They're giving it everything. They are causing Boston a few problems from set pieces there. But Boston should see this out now. 10 minutes left, 3-1 up, man up.
Certainly are. Lovett's going to take this goal kick. And there's been some very good performances from Boston United today, and there's been a real mix of how they've had to play, and they're having to really dig in this second half, and they've done it defensively. They lead 3-1 at the moment, but can the home side conjure something here? It's with Hargreaves on the halfway line. Watson being forced back by Manny Knockett, and he's going to look to try and charge the keeper down here, but Dewhurst as well to clear long, and then it's going to be cleared by Lancashire. It's a high one up to Jordan Richards, couldn't quite get a jump there. Hill didn't win it either, and it's played forward away by Mills, who then falls over, picked up by Hargreaves, and now picked up in midfield by Sloggett, who's fouled by Hargreaves. That'll be a yellow when the referee stops play, but he's played an advantage, and Hill plays that ball down the line looking for Manny Knockett, and goalkeeper Dewhurst comes out really well and clears. It's a yellow card for the number 7, Cameron Hargreaves. Basically Sloggett won the ball back in. Hargreaves on the floor, grabbed his legs, pulled him down. Referee played an advantage. It's the right decision all round, yellow card. And Boston United, Mills he fell over heading that last ball. He's now down on the floor at the moment, so we'll hope he's okay. But Peter Costello, what I've been meaning to ask you all afternoon, have you ever played on this pitch?
I knew you'd come like that one day. Well, we was chatting on the way down, weren't we? And
the way down last night.
I knew I'd played it, and I was trying to work out when. So yeah, we managed to find it. 1991.
2-2
Rochdale,
draw.
yeah, Rochdale 2-2 draw.
And the reason this is brought up.
Rob keeps telling me that he was 6 months old when I played that game.
Rob Makepeace, who you'll be commentating alongside this season.
But do you know what?
6 months old.
I don't think the ground's changed that much. The pitch certainly has, which is obviously one of the better things which football has evolved. The pitches you're playing, but fond memories of playing for Rochdale. And did I tell you Dale actually scored in that game, but he got disallowed? Did I not mention that?
Still a bitter man, is Costello. He's still a bitter man about that decision. So 2 changes here for the home side. 3 changes for the home side. So Kilburn Ray, Archie Taylor and Tristan Abrahams are on. Cameron Hargreaves is one of the players to go off, and I missed the other 2, I'll be honest with you. And Boston United have had to make a change here. Zach Mills has gone off, replaced by Billy Bradley, who makes his league debut for the club. So we hope Mills is okay. I hope it's not another injury. I hope it's precautionary here, Peter.
Yeah, I think it's more. It just fell a little bit awkward. Didn't look that bad. Again, I think he's put in a good shift today as well. I think he was getting a bit tired. Hopefully, as you say, he's not picked up something there.
So I'll tell you about the shape change in a minute for Boston United. They've actually got the ball on the right hand side with Coyle, who's playing right wing back. Hill plays the ball into Sloggett, who's wearing the armband now in Mills off the pitch, and Sloggett's back here wins the throw-in. So Billy Bradley will go left wing back like he did when he came on Tuesday night, with Lancashire the left centre half, Teal in the middle of the three, and Grist still as the right centre back. So it's the five still at the back for Boston United. Hill pressing high at the pitch to stop Aldershot clearing the ball, and we've got 6 minutes to go here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Boston leading by 3-1, and there's a hopeful ball forward towards Knockett that's gathered in by Dewhurst. Boston will just be looking to see this one out, and Richards has picked the ball up in midfield. Who knows, they might even look to add a fourth. And they've got men over here in Hill and then Coyle on the right hand side, and that's where the ball goes. Hill offering the overlapping run. Coyle plays the ball in towards Hiluru inside the penalty area. Now he's back out the area on the right, back to Coyle. That's a good ball in, headed away, forced to Hill, who plays it across to Bradley on the left hand side now. In fact, it's Lancashire making space to shoot. He fires over.
Yeah, I think Aldershot have they're getting up the ghost now. I think they looked dejected.
In fact, it was Manny Knockett with the shot.
I think Boston are just going to see the game out now. Don't do anything silly. No bad challenges, no red cards. Really good performance from Boston today.
We hope Mills isn't going to join the injury list. We hope it's precautionary 3-1 up with 5 minutes to go. We'll find out at the end of the game. There's a ball forward towards Abraham. Should be cleared by Grist. Kicks it against Abrahams for a Boston United throw-in. And Graham Coughlin's side have a throw-in towards Hirulu. Felt he was fouled. Nightingale plays the ball forward. Across comes Teal to head into touch. And Boston just need to, Peter Scott said, just see the game out now for Halifax on Tuesday night. A busy August. Halifax at home, Eastleigh away, Wealdstone at home, Truro away before the end of the month. All games brought to you live on BBC Radio Lincolnshire as Sloggett plays that ball forward towards Hirulu. It's cleared away by Claridge and goes over this stand that we're sat in. We've seen, I think that's all 4 stands the balls have gone over now in this match. Coyle will take the throw in for the Pilgrims. Down the line towards Hirulu. It's headed away. Boston look to try and pick the ball up in midfield through Jordan Richards. Back to Coyle. Chips that ball forward towards Hirulu, who's offside.
He needs to look along the line there. That's a cheap, it's a cheap free kick to give away. Shouldn't be caught offside there.
Goalkeeper goes long. Grist wins the first one, and now Hill to Coyle, who didn't manage to keep it in. Right in front of his manager. And Teddick will take this throw in for Aldershot. No, he won't. He gives it to Abrahams. One of the subs that they've used. Boston have used 4 so far, but and now it's the home side coming forward to try and get themselves back into this game. We don't know how much stoppage time there's going to be, so Boston just need to see the game out. Lancashire clears the ball away. Nightingale will bring this down under pressure from Knockett. And this will suit Boston, though, won't it? It's not the all-out attack that Aldershot have been.
Yeah, I think that goal from obviously again you would say it's against the run of play that Boston scored is just not the stuffing out of them, hasn't it?
Watson for Aldershot with the cross towards the back post. It was Lancashire that got his head on the ball. There's another ball in towards Abraham.
Wow!
Smashes the ball into the back of the net. The substitute fires past. Love it, and it's Aldershot 2, Boston United 3.
Andrew, just literally nothing's happened for 5 minutes. There's a hopeful ball into the box. He's pulled it back. It's a goal again from nowhere. He didn't see anything going on. The game has gone really flat.
Suddenly it makes a nervy last however many minutes.
Absolutely.
It's a very good finish from the forward.
And your shots man of the match, as chosen by today's match sponsors, last on the summer wine, is number 34, Leon Tete.
And now the question is how much stoppage time we're going to have. We've still got another minute of normal time to play, and it's Boston that have the ball with Richards. That's a really good ball out to the right hand side where Coyle has it. Back to Richards. It's been a very entertaining game, hasn't it?
It's been really good, hasn't it? It's been a really good opening day. Both teams have gone for it.
Slog it into knock it back to Slog it, and Boston United happy to keep the possession. We'll be finding out in about 30 seconds how much stoppage time is as the ball forward. Hopeless ball forward really with Dewhurst, and suddenly they'll have the heads up again. Aldershot as they'll look to try and have a go to get a point. Gandor has been very quiet the last few minutes, looking to try and turn on the edge of the area. Plays it to the right hand side. Aldershot with a cross into the area. It goes behind everybody, and Boston will bring this away. Just literally behind everyone, and Coyle, who's in the right wing back position, is looking, and we've got 6 again. 6 minutes added on.
6 minutes.
As we did in the first half, we ended up playing 9, I think it was, in the first half. So you can hear the roar from the Aldershot crowd. Can Boston get themselves over the line here? And Bristol missed the ball there. It's a ball down the line to Gandor on the left hand side. It's a low ball in which Boston should deal with and do, and Coyle has got a bit of time here in the right back position just to take a touch and play it in towards Hill. Hill with the ball looking for Hirulu on the left hand side now. Jordi Hirulu coming inside. He's got Norkit ahead of him, but he holds the ball up well, brings Hill into play, and now out to Bradley on the left hand side. Hill and the Aldershot fans trying to get the shots going as we're into that 6 minutes of stoppage time. Boston leading 3-2 on their opening day. Aldershot lost their opening game 3-2 last week, and from a Lincolnshire perspective we hope it's back-to-back same result. They have a goal kick with Marcus Dewhurst. We've had one of the 6 minutes played already of stoppage time, and the ball is with the defence, and Will Nightingale plays the ball towards that right hand side. Bradley's done really well there, the young lad, just to make sure that ball goes out of play, and Boston have a throw in front of their own fans.
Boston have got a big 5 minutes here. That's a long time in football. There's literally, this game has been end to end, hasn't it? You don't know which way it's going to go. I think it's really important now to keep the concentration. Again, just earlier there's just a ball, hopeful ball forward. It's rolled out for a goal kick. There's no need, keep the ball, you've got the extra man. It's something Boston really do need to work on.
We'll hear the thoughts of Graham Coughlin and one of the Boston United players during the last hour of Hope and Glory on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. The Boston podcast will also go up later this evening with more thoughts from Peter Costello. But Boston have got a game to try and see out here as Aldershot coming forward. It's a cross into the area that's well dealt with by Connor Teal and then hooked away by Bradley. Norkit did well to win ahead of there, and Hirulu's done really well on halfway to win a free kick. We've now had 2 minutes of the 4. Boston still lead 3-2.
Hirulu's just done well the last couple of minutes. He's just got his body in the way. He's holding up a little bit, which is good, because that's what we've missed since the 2 guys who went off early. In John Lewis and Donnelly, we definitely see a difference since those 2 guys have gone off. We've not got control up there, but he's done well the last couple of minutes there. It's a good free kick to have. There's 2.5 minutes left. 3.5 minutes.
3.5.
Yeah.
Nice try there.
Yeah. I was good at math once.
Boston, understandably, no hurry to take this free kick with Reece Lovett. Boston keeper looking to go to the left hand side where who is. He does really well to chest that back to Bradley, and Boston have kept the ball. Slog it. Hirulu still holds on to it and then does a 1-2 with Bradley. And Boston win a throw in. This is good play. We've now had 3 of the 6 minutes that were added on, and Boston still lead 3-2. We're halfway there of stoppage time, and Hirulu's going to be booked for kicking the ball away. Throw in to be taken in front of the Aldershot fans in an open terrace on the far side from where the press area is here. 3-2 to the Pilgrims. Bradley with the throw to Hirulu. To Bradley, wins another throw in. This is good from Boston's point of view. Bradley looks to take another throw in towards Hirulu. Ball bounces off the forward this time, and Hill wins it back for Boston United though, heading towards that corner flag for the Pilgrims, and then Hill's pass. There's a bit of a communication mix up there. It's given away, and Aldershot clear, but Sloggett has managed to pick this ball up in midfield for Boston United. Coyle's the option on the right hand side. That's where the ball goes. He will use the run from Grist, who's making a run forward here for Boston United, but will be in no aim to get the ball in the area. He is tackled, and then Aldershot won a throw. We've had over 4 minutes of the 6 that were added on. Boston still leading 3-2, and Manny Norkett looking to try and win this ball back off the defender. It's a good play that by Norkett, but the defender does well, and now it's Aldershot that are coming forward. It's a long ball forward from Meerholz. Boston need to just try and see this one out. 90 seconds still to play on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. It's a cross from Aldershot towards the back post. Grist can't get his head onto it. There's going to be a shot on goal. It's blocked. There might be another shot on goal here. Boston flinging bodies in the way. Can this ball be cleared? There's a cross from Abraham. Hits the backside of Dylan Hill. Aldershot still trying to get another shot in. It's cleared away this time from Lancashire. It's a hectic end here to this match. It's another cross into the area. Lovett shows him to come for this one. He's dropped the ball, but the referee judges it as a foul. It is a foul. It's a foul on Lovett. The goal will not stand. Aldershot put the ball into the net, but the referee had already blown before the shot was taken. We've had 5 minutes of the stoppage time. Can you cope much more of this?
Oh wow. There's blocks, there's bodies in the way. I think it was a free kick, wasn't it? He's just caught him in mid-air. I didn't know if it was one of the Boston players who took him out. I'd love to see that again, because from here I don't know which. He obviously must have collided with one of their players, but I wasn't sure when he's gone up for it and he dropped it. I wasn't sure he was going to give the free kick. I think that was their chance.
He's not happy.
No, I think that was. I think he's just saying it was.
He's dropped. I think he's saying he's dropped it. The goalkeeper. But the foul was given before the goal was scored. It wasn't one of them that. Thankfully I've seen the whistle, otherwise I think it would have been oh no. But we've now got 10 seconds. I think there'll be a little bit longer. Only another 30 still to play here at Aldershot. Boston are hanging on for a big 3 points at the start of the season. That's a lovely touch from Hiluru to find Dylan Hill on the left hand side. We've had the 6 minutes. We're now into the whatever the ref deems to add on as extra. I think we'll have another 20 seconds here. Aldershot, have they time for one more chance? No, they have not, because there goes the whistle. Boston United start their season with a fantastic victory here at Aldershot. An incredible game of football that saw Aldershot down to 10. 2 from Linnell John Lewis, 1 from Greg Sloggett, the Boston United goal scorers. Aldershot kept coming back. Tristan Abrahams with the finish made it a very nervy stoppage time of 6 minutes, but Peter Costello, that is a brilliant victory for Boston United.
It's a great victory. You can see the Aldershot players are absolutely distraught. They're around the referee. I think that's the Reece Lovett there where he's dropped it. I know there was contact, but was it contact with his own player? There was a Boston United player and an Aldershot player jumping with him. It looks like that's what they're complaining about, whether it was the Boston United defender who caught him on the way down and he's dropped the ball. But again, without a replay you can't say for sure, but I think Boston overall deserved it. Aldershot gave their all. Great opening day for Boston. Competitive, lots to work on. Positives, Donnelly, John Lewis, they were both outstanding. They really were. We missed them when we went off, so hopefully the subs were just because of legs, and hopefully they can last more in the next few games coming up. Great win for Boston, great travelling support. I'm sure the manager's pleased with the 3 points. I think there'll be things he'll want to work on as well though.
We've got lots more reactions to come to this game on the final hour of Hope and Glory over on BBC Radio Lincolnshire, plus the Boston United podcast will be up later with more thoughts from Peter. But for here, it's full time. It's finished Aldershot 2, Boston United 3.